What's up, I'm Blubber, and today we're going to be talking about this tweet that I saw because it kind of made me want to talk about some things. So let's get into it. It's one of those got an opinion about Vtubing that would get you like this. You know those posts. I saw some of these and I was like, these seem kind of interesting to talk about. This one is always good, I feel like, and a lot of people need to understand this. If you are new to Vtubing and you don't have an audience, then a debut isn't worth it, in my opinion. When you're starting out, it's more important to actually build a community than a super expensive / fancy debut. I think there's two sides to this coin though, because on one hand, I do agree that there is no need to do a big fancy debut. However, the fun part about Vtubing is spending the money. I'm not even gonna lie to you, okay? Vtubing is the most expensive form of dress up you'll ever see people play. It is so expensive, but that's because you wanna spend money supporting artists that you like. You wanna spend money supporting artists that got to work with other Vtubers that you like, right? Like, that's a piece of it, okay? And I feel like some people forget that. Like, the reason that Camochiru's models are so expensive is because there's so much interest in getting them, okay? People love that style. People love working with Camo. Camo's models are loved by live 2D riggers, right? There is a love for Camo's work that cannot be expressed through words. I think it's far grander than that. So sometimes, if you want to be a VTuber, you do want to spend a lot of money because it makes you happy, right? Like, it's the equivalent of spending a lot of money on your OC and art on your OC. You might not even do anything with that art, but because it makes you happy, I think it's worth spending that money, you know? So yeah, I think if you're looking to VTube to make money, don't go that route, okay, right? Like, step one, figure out how to make content. Step two, then you spend money for marketing, right? Because you're spending money to advertise yourself, right? A better model is technically the equivalent of more advertising, right? If it's cute and people like seeing it, you can post about it and just get the likes because you're posting with your model and all that stuff. Like, make a ton of GIFs and post a ton of GIFs of yourself. Make a lot of memes, post a ton of memes of yourself, okay? And like, you gotta start being the one to spread your own face everywhere. That aside, I think it's really important to know why you're getting into VTubing. Would this count as one of those takes that's got everyone pointing knives at you? I don't know. But I think not enough VTubers spend time creating content that they like, learning how to make content before they VTube. Now, you can do it at the same time, but you can't ever stop. It's not a thing you just stop doing, right? You continuously grow as you work on making better and better content. It's like how artists, we draw lots and lots of things and get better at drawing the more we draw. We don't just say, yeah, I'm just gonna stop improving. I'm done. That's enough. Not a single artist I know has said that. It's, oh, I wanna try this. Oh, I wanna learn this. Oh, I could get better at this. Like, find small things you can improve upon and improve upon small things. And then collectively as a whole, you will start improving more and more and more. It's really important, I think. So VTubing is the same thing. Like, that's my take, is start with the small skills and work your way up. Oh, this is a good one. Collabs are fun, but if you focus on them too much, you deprive yourself of the chance to grow as yourself. Give your audience a reason to stay for you, not all your buddies. I think there's two parts to this, right? There's a benefit in collabing, and it depends on who you collab with. If you collab with random people, then yeah, you're not giving your audience a chance to stay or a reason to stay. But if you collab with your friends because you know your vibe with your friends is banger and great for content, then yeah, there's no shame in that. And that's the thing about friend groups. Like, I mean, like, proper friend groups where you can like actually suss out the vibes of different people. You will have a consistent character within that friend group. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, oh, you're always that dumb motherfucker that's gonna jump off a cliff and then scream as you fall because you know that there's like proximity chat and it's gonna sound hilarious. Like, there are certain vibes you can only get in a friend group. So I don't think that collabs are always bad, but I do think that if you are collabing with people you don't fucking know just to grow, you're missing the point, buddy. You're missing the point. Because like, some of my favorite content to watch is like friend groups playing things, because that shit's hilarious.
What's up, my friends? It's Editing Blubber here, and I wanted to interject just to ask you a little question. What are some of your favorite creator collabs? Is it watching all kinds of different streamers and content creators come together to play new and popular games? Or is it watching the same friend groups play stuff over and over again, or all kinds of different games together? I personally am a fan of watching the same friend groups play all kinds of different games as a group because I really like the dynamics between them. Anyway, while you are telling me about what your favorite content creator collabs are in the comments, be sure to give this video a like and subscribe, and that way I can see all you dudes in the next video. Now, back to the video.
To me, you should look at a collab like having a board game night with friends. It's not gonna be some big, huge thing, right? It's like you're gonna have memories and moments that you take away from it or not, and it's just gonna be a moment and a memory that you share, and that's a collab, right? A collab isn't a reason to stay with a content creator. It's not gonna be that moment where it's like, oh my god, this is the thing that made me like, wow, you know? Having a male model means you won't get as popular as female models with Kirby-sized bazookas. I don't think that's true because if you look over on YouTube, there are some male VTubers that are actually gargantuan. Like, so many VTubers in the English speaking space don't realize how big some like JP VTubers are and stuff like that. So I don't think that's true. Also, there's just a lot of men that suck at being entertaining, just like how there's a lot of women that suck at being entertaining. Hi, I'm one of them. There are way too many people that have this perception of like, you have to be hot to be a big VTuber. I don't think that's true. I think a appealing model is great for advertising. However, you could literally pull a chibi doki and use a chibi model. Well, I know she is chibi, but like you can use a model that just helps sell your personality and you as a person and accentuate your personality, and that be your model. You don't have to have the most appealing thing ever. It just has to fit with you and your character. What a lot of people like about VTubing is the way that the voice matches the model and the way that those two things work in tandem. So I think that's more important than what your model looks like. Honestly, I would love to see like a female VTuber use a male model. And I mean like a lady, a lovely lady, roleplay being a dude and see what that nets in terms of like content. Because like, what if she just plays into being like a thirst trap for the ladies, right? Like we all know, the ladies all know that that's a woman under there. But like she roleplays being the ikemen so nicely that we can't look away. You know what I mean? There are some female VTubers that give off those like those handsome man vibes, you know what I mean? So satisfying. But you think it's even harder to be a big male German VTuber? Germany has a lot of really big like anime conventions, so I don't think it's impossible. I think it is going to be challenging, because I don't know what's entertaining for each language, because every language has different things that they find entertaining, right? And in different degrees. I do think that you would have to kind of spend more time seeing what other people do and why people like them, or even figure out why you like your favorite German VTubers, and then kind of inject that into your own stuff. Like for me, my favorite VTuber is Miss Riku. However, I don't art like Riku, and my rigging is so crack brain heavy. Like it's like some of my rigs are the equivalent of like I don't know what I'm doing, and I have to literally sleep on it to know what I'm doing or understand it. Like I can't even comprehend. Like I couldn't explain it to you. I couldn't break it down, and I'm not rigging anything that's like inherently artistically beautiful. So it's like my favorite streamer and my streams are two different vibes. The kind of content I want to make versus the kind of content I like watching from my favorite streamer, two different vibes. And I think you have to be okay with understanding what you want to make versus what you like to watch. I think that's a big thing you have to separate out. I think lore videos are mostly a waste of time and energy and money. Most VTubers do not commit to the character nearly hard enough to justify dumping thousands of dollars on lore videos. I think that lore videos for VTubers are like something you like reference every so often. Like it's not a hard commit. It's like, this is a theme that we're gonna play into every now and then for like shits and giggles, but this is a moment, right? It's also kind of a thing to celebrate them. Like VTubers who spend money on lore videos and like music videos, they do not make profit from these things. The amount of money they spend on them will never make them profit, even if it hits millions of views. Like they still spend way more money on that video than it will ever make them. For the most part. It is something you do for the fans, right? To help spread the reach of you or your music. It's like, oh, this VTuber has such a cool lore video, let me share it with a friend, right? Like it gives you, the viewer, a shareable thing. Most things you spend money on that don't give you a monetary return are probably just VTuber promotion. I'm not even gonna lie to you. You gotta promo hard as a VTuber. That's just these streets. That's these roads. I love Vtubers and y'all deserve respect, and I won't be able to explain it right, but y'all gotta stop being surprised when there are creeps in your audience. Creepy people exist in every community, but the most twisted open creeps are always end up in the 6-word community. This is so true. I mean, like, even if you're a, like, say-so VTuber, there's gonna be creeps. And this is why I think for VTubing, it's really important to surround yourself with people that also help, like, enforce your boundaries. I'm not just saying mods, but, like, even having, like, a friend or two around that you can talk to about, like, some of your VTubing things so that you don't get, like, caught up dealing with weirdos. Trust me, there are some people that you should just instantly ban, block from all your communities. You do not want them. You do not want them. Get them out. I don't care how fucking small of a VTuber you are. Do not let weirdos run rampant in your community. It only drags it down for everyone else. It really does. When VTuber A has been streaming longer than VTuber B, but then gets mad if VTuber B is more popular, just because you've been streaming longer doesn't mean you're entitled to anything. Plus, VTuber A could have been grinding on a different channel you know nothing about. Okay, so when Shy Lily first got popular, there were a ton of people that were really pissed off that she grew so fast. And I was in my like VTuber study arc because I was like studying lots of VTubers and just like, I was really interested in like the whole thing of content creation and just how it works and whatnot. And like, I went and rewatched like, I think just about every old clip before her debut leading up to it. She was making so much content. She made her own model before that. She had a little 3D model and it wasn't the greatest, but it was a cute little thing or whatever. And she uploaded lots of clips. She uploaded lots of promo for her debut. And this is the thing. She was already doing really well as a VTuber before she debuted. The blow up was kind of inevitable based on the trajectory she was already on. You gotta work hard on your own shit. Like, if you actually want to focus on growing, stay in your own lane, focus on you, focus on what you can do to be entertaining to people, and focus on what value you bring people. Do you make them laugh? Do you teach them things? All those stuff. Like, for me, I like doing like live 2D rigging things and pixel art stuff because that's just what I like. That's just what I'm locked in on. I can't help it. I tried to shake it. I can't shake the feeling. I can't stop the feeling. But that's what I do. So that's what I try and stick to. And I think that it's really important to stick to what makes you and you entertaining to other people. Because if you're so focused on what VTuber A is doing, then you're not focusing on the fact that you forgot to upload the last 3 weeks. What about that? VTuber A's been uploading. Are you uploading? No. Well, but see, I have life going on and this, that, and another thing, right? Like, then you need to be also setting your schedule to match you and your life. Like, I stopped uploading at the end of this month because I got a commission that I was really, really excited for. And you know what my brain said? Drop everything and work now. That's what I did. So I stopped work. I dropped everything and I started working. Now, I would wake up and I would just have this urge to just work on this one model. And that was all I wanted to do. That was all I wanted to do. Set standards for yourself based on your own schedule, not based on what other people are doing. All right, now we have some quote retweets that I thought were interesting. All VTubers don't have to stream. I know this is something people have been pushing back on for years, but as someone who doesn't stream often, I've been told many times that this is the best way to grow, and IMO, it's not for everyone. So just do what you want and what makes you happiest as a creator. You don't have to stream. You don't have to stream. Literally. Okay. There is this editor called Niragami, okay? And he is a close friend of mine. Freaking hilarious individual, right? But he himself has told me that he doesn't like streaming. Like, he doesn't feel like he's a good streamer. And I was like, well, I don't feel like that's true. But he was like, but I see the jokes come naturally when I like write and like I'm doing my editing stuff. But then when I'm streaming, it's like deer in headlights moment. And I think that's so fair because I'm not even gonna lie to you. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Like, streaming is fun if you know what you're streaming. Like, as an art streamer, I'm basically the equivalent of a just chatting streamer, except I space out like 80% of the time, right, to work on the art thing that everyone's here to watch me for, right? And then if you're just a just chatting streamer, you yap, you keep chat engaged, you set up funny moments, funny bits, all these things, all those things, right? But then it's like if you're a gaming streamer, you're still yapping, but you're yapping in a way that maybe enhances the gameplay or makes it more unique to you. So maybe you play some really shitty games and just have a blast, right? Like, there's a lot of setup for being a streamer for all aspects. Because even for me and my art streams, I have been trying to weave in show and tell a bit more with my art streams because I do a lot of stuff. Not everything I'm working on in that moment is show worthy. So I try to mix and match. So it's like got this air of interest, you know what I mean? I want it to be intriguing. I like making videos. When I started doing my YouTube stuff, that's what kept me VTubing. I was genuinely about to like graduate as a VTuber before I started doing YouTube because my streams weren't growing and I didn't feel like I was a good streamer, and I was like, my art wasn't that good, and I was like, there's so much stuff I just don't know. Like I think this just isn't for me, right? Then I started doing YouTube and I started making like shorts and stuff. And I was like, oh my gosh, I love editing these silly little moments, these silly little things. I love making things just for silly little gags and moments and stuff like that. And so I did those things. However, I realized my sense of humor is fucking abysmal. Like it's really, really particular. So if you find me funny, thank you. But most people probably won't. So, oh well. Making YouTube content and stuff like that isn't stream related, that's what kept me VTubing. And now what I do is I hop on stream and I'm like, hey, let's make a ton of shit to cut into shorts later and then re-upload because that sounds like fun. And I get to talk with you guys. And then also when I do art, we can talk about the art things I'm doing and the stuff I'm working on and like the things I'm making for you guys. And like that just makes me super happy. So it, for me, turned streaming into something that allows me to reconnect with everyone and then also mix in stuff that I want to do. Because I feel like I have no time to record anything like ever. So I use stream as a time to record stuff, which, by the way, the rest of this week, I'm gonna be doing art things. So you gotta mix and match. You gotta figure out what you like about content creation. Content creation is not just streaming. I think that's the thing people need to remember. VTubers are content creators. Create content the way you like making content. Last, but certainly not least, I think most VTuber designs are bland and don't explore their themes enough. I wish VTubers were less afraid to leave the mold anime girl with prop/Kajinka and had more unconventional design aspects. Y'all can't be afraid to be creative and would rather stick to what's popular, and that's really unfortunate. When it comes to VTuber designs, people try to stick to what can make them popular, right? Like, if you're gonna be a VTuber and you want to appeal to VTuber fans, you're gonna think you need to be anime, which, I'm not gonna lie, is kind of true. Now, I think that you can be a VTuber and not be anime, but you are not appealing to VTuber fans then. So you have to do your own thing. Do not give two shits of a rat's ass what the anime peoples are doing, okay? Because that's not gonna get you there. But what you can do is you, as a creator, need to focus on other platforms. And that's where this last post really kind of ties into this one. I think there are way more VTubers that aren't anime that you don't know about because the only ones you really see are the anime ones. Also, you're on Twitter, so I don't know what to tell you. But yeah, there are a lot of VTubers that aren't super anime that exist out there. They're just hard to find. And also having a VTuber design that is unique, there's two reasons why you don't want to have a design that's super duper unique. One, it's hard to draw for fan art, right? So like people are less likely to draw fan art of you if they think your design is too complex. Like some people might just do like a headshot or whatever, right? Like that's fine, but you'll never get like full body arts. And two, you basically are going to struggle when it comes to getting commissions for things because you have to run this checklist on all your things to make sure everything is there for your design for like official art and stuff, which, I mean, that's fair. You know, it's your design. You want to make sure your commission looks good. It makes your life more complex as a VTuber. What I would love to see in VTubing is more art styles, but people don't want to take a chance. This is why I try to stick true with the pixel art stuff because it is really unique. Actually, hold up, shut the fuck up. Literally, pixel art shit is so unique. The fuck? Anyway, I think that with pixel art, it can be anime, but it also can be any art style. There's also different ways of animating it, which makes it really unique. And I just love that. So that's why I push really hard for pixel art stuff and try to like promote pixel arty things because I like pixel arty things. But yeah, I think my favorite one is definitely the you don't have to stream to be a VTuber. Because also I started scrolling on TikTok, but specifically looking at like VTubers and VTuber clips and stuff like that. And there are some VTubers that are really fucking good with making shorts and like scripting for shorts and stuff like that. And there are some editors that are actually killer. I mean, absolutely killer when it comes to editing for scripted shorts. So it's like, if you want to try like advertising yourself, write some scripts for shorts. And when I say write some scripts for shorts, I mean write many shorts. Write many shorts, not just one, many, and then pick your favorites from those. Then film you piloting your model and talking about the thing and being super enthusiastic, but also throw in some moments where you like make pauses, or maybe you could like change the pace of how you talk for the edit and like stuff like that. And then, you know, be really intentional about it. And then from there, you get someone to edit it, and then it's like, bam, you have a banger short. But you have to learn how to pilot, and you have to learn how to puppeteer, and you also have to learn how to character act for the short. Like, have the edits in mind that you might want for the short and the pacing of everything, and rewatch it through. Rewatch what you filmed to make sure it's like exactly what you want. But yeah, shorts are an art. Creating content is an art. It's all art. Everything is creative, okay? Like, use your creative juices and get creative with it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great rest of your day. And if you have any thoughts about today's tweet, then be sure to leave a comment down below.